नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीरुत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी करोति वाचालं भङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यमीश्वरं हरि तत्सत्. Hare Krishna. Today we'll be going through the verse from 3rd canto, 19th chapter, 35th verse. This canto and this chapter is about the killing of demon Hiranyaksha. So from couple of days, we are seeing that how Lord has wonderfully, amazingly killed this demon Hiranyaksha, and how all the demigods got relieved from the tortures of this Hiranyaksha. And after killing, what happened, we'll see. Yogajendram jashakrastam dhyayantam charanambujam kroshantinam karenunam kruchrato mochayatrutam. Yogajendram jashakrastam dhyayantam charanambujam kroshantinam karenunam kruchrato mochayatrutam. Yogajendram jashakrastam dhyayantam charanambujam kroshantinam karenunam kruchrato mochayatrutam. We'll see the translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The personality of Godhead delivered the king of the elephants who was attacked by an alligator and who meditated upon lotus feet of the Lord. At that time, the female elephants who accompanied him were crying, and the Lord saved them from the impending danger. Purport. The example of the elephant in danger who was saved by the Supreme Lord is especially cited here because even if one is an animal, he can approach the personality of Godhead in devotional service, whereas even a demigod cannot approach the Supreme Person unless he is a devotee. Om Ajnanatimidandasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuranmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Teshatarine Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yatapada Kamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunadanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanja Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So today we are seeing the glorifications of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So whenever he appears, an auspicious occurrence will be there, especially in this material world. Lot of impediments will be removed for the path of devotees in their devotional service. So such a similar tasks were glorified by Brahmaji and the other demigods. So here Brahmaji is saying that after Varah Deva killed Hiranyaksha, see, you are so great. And he was referring the previous wonderful activities the Lord has performed. So amongst that is this one, Gajendra Moksha, where Gajendra got liberation from the crocodile. For thousands of years, he was praying for the relief from this crocodile. So what we can understand is here, even though the devotees in any form, Lord can be in any form. So we don't need to consider that some living entities are inferior, some living entities are superior. No, Lord can show mercy. He can bestow his mercy upon any living entity. He can deliver the devotees in any form. And Lord also can appear in any form. He can appear as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He can appear as in the form of an animal, as a beast, and surprisingly as half elephant, half person, half human. So anything, there is no limitations. And Lord is omnipotent. Omnipotent means the specific definition that is given beautifully in Chaitan Charitamrita and some places in Srimad Bhagavatam also. Omnipotence means Lord is the possessor of all the potencies. All the potencies means unlimited potencies usually. But he can do anything, right? So he's the possessor of even both unlimited and limited potencies. So these unlimited potencies will be expanded as in the form of internal potencies and external potencies. However, the internal potencies will be expanded into the external potencies only. So anyhow, Lord is the possessor of both in limited potencies are jivas, living entities. So because of his omnipotency, he can appear, he can deliver, he can do any kind of activities. He can interact basically both limited living entities, and also he will not directly come in contact, interact with the external potencies, but he will contact through the internal potency only. So that is the omnipotency meaning. So Lord is omnipotent. And here Brahmaji is saying that when the elephant Gajendra and his wives are in extreme danger, they were crying helplessly for your shelter. Immediately you came and rescued them, helped them, and relieved them from their danger. See, such a nice, beautiful picture where Gajendra is crying, holding a lotus by offering. It is clearly shown that Lord, with the simple offerings, Patram Pushpam. So he was holding just that lotus and helplessly crying, Gajendra. And there are so many verses, around 25 verses are there in this Gajendra Moksha. So if we can also meditate upon these prayers, memorize even all, if we cannot memorize all these verses, a few verses are there. Personally, whenever I go through these Gajendra Moksha prayers, one particular verse is so much touching. मातृप्रपन्नेन पशुपाशविमोक्षणाय मुक्ताय भूरि करुणाय नमोलयाय स्वांसेन स्वयं रूपभृन् मुक्तस्य मनसो प्रतीता प्रत्यग्दृशे Bhagavate Bruhi Namostute, Pratyaktrushe Bruhi Namostute. So very nice. Bhagavate Bruhi Namaste. So in that verse, Gajendra is saying that I am like an animal. See this translation. I am surrendered unto you. You are supremely liberated. You can release me from this dangerous position. Exactly, our situation is also like that. Huh? Pasupasha Vimokshanaya. Lord can liberate even the animals. And we also have a lot of enjoying propensities like animals. So we are also in that condition, though we are not completely surrendered as Gajendra here, but if we can pray in that mood, Lord can be extremely merciful and save us from our dangerous conditions also. And he will come to deliver us. So this prayer is very nice. Madruk Prapanna Pasupasha Vimokshanaya. So even we are like helplessly, if we can pray, Lord will bestow his mercy upon us also. And later, when we see Bhishma Stuti, Sri Bhishma Stuti, he was also in the extreme helpless condition. Only Lord can deliver. So Bhishma Deva is from the beginning, he is a very staunch devotee of the Supreme Lord. So, and not only that, the other qualification according to Brihad Bhagavatamrita is Bhishma Deva is very dear to Lord Sri Krishna, even though he was fighting in the opposite army, because he has a special mercy of the Lord, because he took care of the Lord's pure devotees Pandavas. So that's why Lord himself came to give darshan, to give audience to Bhishma Deva. And it is the rarest opportunity in the history. Only few devotees has this opportunity, like Haridas Thakur, just very few devotees, they could pass their bodies by seeing the in front of their eyes. And here in Bhishma Stuti also many prayers are there. Again, if we cannot remember, there are some verses that will be connecting to us, that will be very much apt for our current condition also. Such of the verses, again, when we see ललित गति विलास वल्गुहासा प्रणय निरीक्षण कल्पितोरुमाना कृतमनुकृतवत्य उन्मदान्धा प्रकृतिमगन किल यस्य गोपवत्वः. So here Bhishma Deva, in the remaining verses, he was glorifying the Lord as Parthasarathi. But this particular verse is something special, something different. Here in 40th verse of Bhishma Stuti, let my mind be fixed upon Lord Sri Krishna, whose motions and smiles of love attracted the damsels of Brajadama, the gopis. So the damsels limited the characteristic movements of the Lord after his disappearance from the Rasa dance. So this particular verse is describing the Lord in the form of Vrindavana, Krishna, Shyamsundara form. So all other verses are describing that his desire, he wants to see, Bhishmacharya wants to see Lord as Parthasarathi, but this one. So we can also memorize this verse. Let my mind be fixed upon such form of Sri Krishna, who got attracted by the gopis. So we are in the mood of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and in the mood of Srila Rupa Goswami. So our acharyas are all like that. And coming to the Kunti Maharani prayers. See, this Srimad Bhagavatam is all about the devotees' devotion and the Lord, Supreme Lord. So these devotees, every chapter you take, in the first canto, if you take, Bhishma Stuti will be there and Kunti Maharani prayers are there. In the second canto, it is Brahma's prayers. You can see Chatushloki Bhagavatam. And in the third canto, you can see these prayers. Now we are going Brahma's prayers like this. And in the fourth canto, like that, prayers by that that 10 brothers who were praying with the Supreme Lord collectively for thousands of years. So like that, every canto you say, in the eighth canto, we saw Gajendra Moksha. In the, like that, every canto, there are full of amazing prayers. If we can go through those prayers when we are having some free time, we can meditate, we can adopt that mood of humble prayer. We can learn how the pure devotees are praying and attracting the Lord, or drawing attention of the Lord's mercy. It is so nice. Here, Kunti Maharani is praying that very humbly. I am a just humble woman. What I can do. Even Devahuti, Mother Devahuti also, she was approaching her own son, Kapila Deva, Lord Kapila Deva. So I am an innocent woman. I am not that intelligent. I am not having the ability to understand all your glories. Like that, when we are humbly approaching the Supreme Lord, Lord will look at us. He will come for delivering us from these dangerous situations. Here, I don't say the Kunti Maharani prayer, which is very particular, which is so dear to me, because I am not as exalted. In that prayer, Kunti Maharani is asking, I want more dangers, but I am not in that situation. So I will just say the third and fourth lines. Punardasanam yat syad apunarbhava. So that is Vipada Santata Shloka. In that shloka, she was saying that she is asking for more dangers. She was saying that Vipada Santatasya Tatra Tatra Jagat Guru Punardasanam yat syad apunarbhava. So to have, if we have dangers only, we will remember it. So remembering again and again means she is saying that we will not have one more birth again. That means we will be liberated from this world. We will not have any more dangers. So forever we will not have dangers. So we will, that means it's not like if we don't have dangers, we will not remember. We will attain a stage that we will not forget it all. So in this material world, if we have danger only, we will remember Krishna. But if we can attain that stage where that we will never forget Krishna, that position I want, that permanent, eternal position I want. Kunti Maharani is praying. So if we also can adopt the mood, that desiring that we will not have birth and death again and eternally, we can remember Krishna. So that mood we will pray for. So these are all the prayers. When we are also praying like Gajendra, even though we are also in the animalistic life with enjoying propensities, if we can pray as these pure devotees can pray, Lord will bestow his mercy. And here Lord is listening to the Gajendra prayers also. And in many places, in the various past tense of the Supreme Lord has come to save many animals. Like in Chaitanya Charitamrita, in the Chaitanya Leela, Lord has delivered so many elephants. So many animals. And when Lord is passing through the Jharkhand forest, he many animals, irrespective of their nature, elephants, ferocious animals like tigers, lions, small animals. See, it is the perfect unity in the diversity. No animal against their nature come close and stand together. So if you see in the Jharkhand forest, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went and do the kirtan there, small animals like peacocks, deers, all sensitive animals, domestic animals, and all wild animals like tigers, lions, all were there. They were all together. They forgot their nature and they could participate in the Lord's Kirtan, Sankirtan. So such an amazing wonder only Lord, Supreme Lord can do. And he delivered 3 dogs and he delivered a crocodile. So these are one time, one beautiful pastime. In his childhood, he delivered a small puppy, even though he was not exhibiting his Prakasha Leelas, but even as an innocent small boy also he delivered a puppy. So, and when he was in the Puri Dham, so Sivananda Sena is a nice devotee of the Lord. He was bringing around 200, 300 devotees from Bengal to Puri, Orissa. So at that time, they used to travel by walk. So they were walking for so many days. So after walking, after traveling for some days, this street dog, it is not a big dog also, it means nice, well taken care dog. It is just a street dog. The dog joined this devotees party, devotees. And continuously, wherever the devotees are going, he was also following them. The dog was following them. Then Shivananda Sena observed, noticed that, and he was showing extreme compassion on that dog. So he was providing the food, whatever they are making, they are giving. One time they are done with the food, and they want the Shivananda Sena is specifically cooked separately for this dog, and he told to the devotees to offer the dog without forgetting, without neglecting. Then he just went from the party, and when he came back, he asked the party, did you serve the dog? Could you feed the dog? Then all the team members, they said that they forgot, they could not offer. And when Sivananda Sena saw the dog is not there anymore with them, with the party, with the devotees, so he was feeling so much. I wanted to have the dog also the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. How now this dog cannot get the mercy. He was so much compassionate. He was worrying. So finally, they could reach the Puri Dham, and they went to offer obeisances to Lord Chaitanya. So they got surprised, seeing the very same dog is with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu now. See, when the Bhavagrahi Janatana Lord, he could understand the mood of Sivananda Sena, the heart of Shivananda Sena, the desire and the compassion nature for the dog of Sivananda Sena. That is one thing. And as per the desire of his devotee, Lord Chaitanya also wants to show mercy upon this dog. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at that time, he was eating Mahaprasad. So what he was doing, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was eating and he was chewing and spitting onto the dog. Then happily the dog was grabbing the remnants of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sivananda Sena was so much surprised how lucky this dog is. He was having the Lord's remnants. Who will get such an opportunity? The Lord is eating, and from the mouth directly the dog is getting. And in front of all the devotees, the dog, after eating that Mahaprasad, he left the body and went back to Godhead. Everyone was so ecstatic. Wow, Jai, Haribol, Haribol, Haribol. So, Lord can bestow mercy even on the animals, though we feel that they are insignificant. Many times there is even at the time of Prabhupada, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. So when all the devotees are offering Annakut, huge offerings for Giriraj Ji in Vrindavan Dham, all of a sudden from nowhere a dog came and ate and went. all these devotees got bewildered. Offering was not done yet, but this dog contaminated. So immediately they ran to Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati and informed that this dog has eaten. How can we offer? Won't it be offense? Then Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati ran and came and asked where the dog has touched. Here, here, here. Devotees are showing. Here, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati is asking again and again, is it the place here? The dog touched here? Immediately, he took a big morsel of prasad from there and he ate. See, you are thinking that as a normal dog? No, Lord can come in any form. He can come as a human form. He can come as the dog form. So the Lord has accepted your offering. You should be very happy. Then all the devotees were extremely happy. And then one time in Mayapur, we know that in front of Radha Madhava Astasakhi, there is Prabhupada Murti. So one time one dog was coming and doing circumambulation. He was doing like that from couple of days regularly. Then initially the devotees were sending it away. But when it is coming every day, then they informed His Holiness Jaipatak Swami Maharaj. Then he came and saw. He was doing circumambulation to Prabhupada. The dog is doing circumambulation to Prabhupada and offering obeisances and going away. Then Guru Maharaj ordered them not to disturb, because we don't know, in the previous life he might be the devotee. He has he wants to get perfection. He's remembering the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, what he has done for that in the previous life. So don't disturb, let it do whatever the dog wants to do. And like that, after some days, definitely the dog would have been liberated. Later, he did not come. And similarly, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, one time when he was going, a small boy came and asked, see, you are my uncle, not uncle, like a brother, because my mother used to call your mother as sister. So you are like my brother. Please come and accept my offerings at my home. My mom is eagerly wants to serve you. So at that time, Lord is so happy. He wants to go and visit that boy's house, that covered boy's house. At that time, when they were passing near a pond, a crocodile immediately came to touch the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya. Immediately, when the crocodile touched the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya, it got liberation. So it was so amazing. Even it's not happened millions of years ago, but in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, in the Chaitanya Leela, and when we are seeing in recent days also, many animals got liberated with the mercy of the Supreme Lord. So only the Lord will notice is we are, however we are in any form, our humble mood and humble prayers. So as Gajendra is helplessly surrendering towards the Supreme Lord and for his mercy here, the Lord within no time immediately ran there with his Sinkha Chakra Gada Padma and cut the head of crocodile and liberated and gave relief to all the she elephants, female elephants, and Gajendra. And Gajendra was praying in such a way that I don't want any more of this materialistic life. I want to serve you eternally in your dham. So we should also realize that fact. Padam padam yat vipadam. This material world is full of dangers. If we don't realize, we cannot have the strong desire. So if we realize and helplessly pray, if we whatever important means heart-touching verse or apt verse for you, you memorize those verses and pray, meditate upon those verses whenever you have free time. So even however fallen we are, Lord will come and save us, protect us from these dangerous situations, and he will take us, or he will give shelter at his lotus feet. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu suggested that the prayer, the mantra, which includes all the prayers, is our Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So if you cannot remember all those prayers also, if you are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, always remembering this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So this mantra is not the normal mantra. It came all the way from Goloka Dhama. So if we, with the mood of gopis, of separation, if we can properly chant this Mahamantra also, that is enough. And we can draw the attention of the Supreme Lord for his causeless mercy. Hare Krishna. If there are any questions, you can ask, or else post it in the Nityam Bhagavat Sevya group.
Thank you very much, Kalindi Mata. We'd like to wish you all a safe and Krishna conscious day ahead. And we'd like to offer our prayers to the Supreme Lord by chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shina Shingo, Jaina Shingo, Jaina Shingo, Paladesha, Jayapadna, Mukhapadna Bringam,
Ugram
Veeram Mahavishnu, Jalantam Sarvatomukham, Narsingam Bhishram Bhadram, Nityam Namamyam. Nrsimha Bhagwan ki jai, Prahlad Maharaj ki jai. Let's offer our humble obeisances to all the assembled Vaishnavas. Vancha
Kalpatarubhyasya Kripasindhubhya
Patitanam
Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah.
Vaishnavinda ki jai.
Jai.
Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
Jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Gaur Premanande.
Thank you, Kalindi Mata. Thank you, everyone. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.